Are you tired of feeling stuck in toxic relationships? Do you wish there was a way to transform those bad relationships into something more positive and fulfilling? Well, look no further. In today's video, we're going to dive into the world of Stoicism and discover 10 powerful tips to help you do just that. But before we get started, let me ask you a question. Have you ever felt like you're trapped in a roller coaster ride of emotions when it comes to your relationships? Stoicism, an ancient philosophy practiced by the likes of Marcus Aurelius and Epictetus, offers timeless wisdom that can revolutionize how we approach and transform our relationships. Tip 1. Recognize your sphere of control. In the realm of relationships, we often find ourselves entangled in negative dynamics that drain our energy and bring unhappiness. However, by embracing the wisdom of Stoicism and recognizing our sphere of control, we can transform these troubled relationships into sources of growth and fulfillment. Stoicism teaches us to focus our energy on what we can control and accept the things we cannot. By applying this philosophy to our relationships, we gain a newfound perspective that allows us to navigate difficult situations with grace and wisdom. Consider the example of a strained relationship with a coworker. Rather than dwelling on their behavior, a Stoic individual acknowledges that they cannot control the actions of others. Instead, they focus on their own response and attitude towards the situation. By recognizing their sphere of control lies within their own thoughts and actions, they choose to respond with empathy and understanding, fostering an environment of open communication and mutual respect. Tip 2. Practice emotional detachment. It's not uncommon to find ourselves entangled in toxic dynamics that drain our emotional well-being. However, by embracing the principles of Stoicism, we can cultivate emotional detachment, leading to a transformative shift in how we navigate these challenging connections. By practicing emotional detachment, we liberate ourselves from the burden of expectations, allowing us to respond with wisdom and resilience. For instance, imagine a friend who habitually cancels plans, leaving you disappointed and frustrated. Instead of succumbing to anger or resentment, Stoicism encourages you to detach emotionally from the situation. By acknowledging that the actions of others are beyond your control, you can choose to maintain your inner peace, understanding that their behavior is a reflection of their own struggles. By practicing emotional detachment, we open ourselves to new perspectives and possibilities. We become more aware of our own reactions, enabling us to respond with empathy and understanding rather than reacting impulsively. This shift in mindset allows us to approach difficult conversations with patience, seeking resolutions that foster growth and harmony. Tip 3. Cultivate empathy and understanding. In the pursuit of harmonious relationships, cultivating empathy and understanding can be transformative. Stoicism teaches us that our reactions to external events are within our control. By adopting this mindset, we can begin to approach challenging relationships with a newfound sense of empathy. Instead of reacting impulsively or defensively, we can take a step back and try to understand the other person's perspective. Consider the example of a strained friendship. Instead of harboring resentment and bitterness, a Stoic approach would involve seeking to understand the underlying causes of the tension. By putting ourselves in the other person's shoes, we can uncover their fears, insecurities, or past experiences that might be influencing their behavior. Through empathy, we can cultivate understanding and compassion, fostering an environment where open communication and mutual respect can thrive. Tip 4. Focus on virtuous actions. In the realm of relationships, Stoicism offers a powerful approach to transforming bad dynamics by shifting our focus towards virtuous actions. Rather than dwelling on the negative aspects of a relationship, Stoicism encourages us to cultivate qualities such as kindness, patience, and forgiveness. By embodying these virtues, we not only improve ourselves, but also create an environment conducive to positive change. Imagine a scenario where two friends constantly argue and bicker, causing strain in their relationship. Applying Stoic principles, one friend decides to practice kindness and understanding. Instead of reacting impulsively, they take a step back, empathize with the other person's perspective, and respond with patience and compassion. Over time, this virtuous approach begins to influence the other friend, who in turn starts responding in a more considerate manner. By focusing on virtuous actions, the relationship gradually transforms into one built on mutual respect and support. We cannot control others, but we can control our own actions and responses. By consciously choosing virtuous behavior, we can break the cycle of negativity and inspire positive change in even the most challenging relationships. Tip 5. Embrace impermanence. In the realm of relationships, we often find ourselves grappling with the pain and frustration of bad dynamics. However, by adopting a Stoic perspective and embracing the concept of impermanence, we can unlock a transformative power that allows us to navigate these challenges with grace and wisdom. Stoicism encourages us to recognize that everything in life is subject to change, including our relationships. By acknowledging the impermanence of these connections, we can free ourselves from the grip of disappointment and resentment. For instance, imagine a couple who have been together for years, but find themselves constantly arguing and growing apart. Instead of clinging to the idea of a perfect, everlasting relationship, a Stoic approach would prompt them to accept the reality of change and imperfection. By embracing the inevitability of impermanence, the couple can shift their focus from trying to control the uncontrollable to cultivating qualities such as patience, understanding, and compassion. Instead of being consumed by the negative aspects of their relationship, they can find solace in the knowledge that even the most challenging times will eventually pass. Tip 6. Practice self-reflection. Stoicism teaches us that the key to improving relationships lies within ourselves. By taking a step back and critically examining our own thoughts, emotions, and actions, we gain the ability to respond to challenging situations with clarity and compassion. For example, imagine a strained relationship with a close friend. Instead of immediately reacting to their hurtful comment, a Stoic practitioner would pause and reflect. They would consider whether their own insecurities or biases might be distorting their perception of the situation. Through self-reflection, they can identify their own flaws and work towards self-improvement, ultimately fostering a healthier dynamic with their friend. Furthermore, Stoicism emphasizes the concept of amor fati, or the acceptance of fate. By reflecting on our own limitations and imperfections, we develop a sense of humility and empathy towards others. This newfound understanding allows us to approach conflicts with empathy, seeking resolutions that benefit both parties. Tip 7. Practice mindfulness. By practicing mindfulness, we can cultivate a sense of inner peace and clarity, enabling us to respond to relationship difficulties with wisdom and compassion. Consider the example of Sarah and John, a couple constantly caught in heated arguments. Sarah, embracing Stoic principles, begins to practice mindfulness. Instead of reacting impulsively to John's criticisms, she takes a moment to pause, observe her emotions, and choose a thoughtful response. Through this newfound awareness, Sarah is able to break the cycle of negativity, creating space for open communication and understanding. Tip 8. Choose your battles wisely. In the realm of relationships, the ancient philosophy of Stoicism offers valuable insights on how choosing our battles wisely can lead to transformative outcomes. Stoicism encourages us to focus on what is within our control, namely our thoughts, actions, and responses, and to let go of things beyond our control, such as the behavior or opinions of others. Imagine a scenario where a person finds themselves in a toxic relationship with a friend or a colleague. Applying the principles of Stoicism, they would first assess whether investing their energy and emotions into this particular battle is worthwhile. Is it within their control to change the other person's behavior or perspective? Perhaps not. Instead, they could choose to disengage from the negativity, setting boundaries and directing their attention towards cultivating healthier relationships. By consciously choosing battles that align with our values and that have the potential for positive change, we can avoid wasting energy on fruitless conflicts. This approach empowers us to focus on personal growth and transformation, ultimately leading to more fulfilling and harmonious relationships. Stoicism reminds us that it is not the battles we fight, but how we choose them, that can truly make a difference in our lives. Tip 9. Practice gratitude. Stoicism teaches us to focus on what we can control, and in the context of relationships, this means shifting our attention to our own thoughts and actions. By practicing gratitude, we can reframe our perspective and transform our experiences. For instance, imagine a strained relationship with a family member. Instead of dwelling on their faults, a Stoic approach encourages us to appreciate the positive aspects of the relationship, the shared memories and moments of support. By practicing gratitude, we cultivate empathy, understanding, and compassion, which can help mend broken bonds and foster healthier connections. Tip 10. Acceptance and letting go. Consider a strained relationship between two close friends, Sarah and Lisa. Sarah, a practicing Stoic, recognizes that she cannot control Lisa's actions or emotions, but she can control her own response. Instead of harboring resentment or seeking to change Lisa, Sarah chooses to practice acceptance. She acknowledges that Lisa's behavior is a reflection of her own struggles and insecurities, rather than a personal attack. By accepting this reality, Sarah frees herself from the burden of expectations and resentments, allowing her to approach the relationship with compassion and understanding. When we embrace acceptance in our relationships, we embark on a transformative journey. Stoicism encourages us to view challenges as opportunities for growth and self-improvement. By accepting the flaws and imperfections of others, we learn to cultivate empathy, patience, and resilience. We begin to see beyond the surface-level conflicts, recognizing that our reactions are within our control, while the actions of others are not. The power lies in our ability to adapt and respond with wisdom, even in the face of adversity. Remember, transforming a bad relationship takes time and effort. By applying these Stoic principles, you can cultivate inner strength, resilience, and compassion, leading to positive change within yourself and your relationships. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our channel for more content like this. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.